Today, you'll discover the stories behind America's most haunted asylums.
Number 1. Danvers State Hospital, Massachusetts. Danvers State Hospital opened in 1878 with good intentions. It was designed by Dr. Thomas Kirkbride, who believed sunlight, fresh air, and open spaces would help people heal. But over time, the hospital received far more patients than expected, more than 2,000 at its peak.
There is a strong spiritual energy in this place.
The stress inside the hospital changed the mood of the building. Patients often lived in confusion, far from their families. Former employees later said they heard unexplained crying in empty rooms and felt cold spots where no wind should be. Some believed the emotional pain inside Danvers became part of the walls themselves.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think someone is crying.
When Danvers closed in 1992, everything was shut down quickly. Doors locked, beds still made, files left behind. Urban explorers entered and reported the sound of footsteps pacing inside the old medical wings. Flashlights flickered, and dark shapes appeared just long enough to vanish again. Today, parts of the hospital have been turned into homes, but several original wings remain. People walking nearby say they can hear voices carried on the wind coming from the hill. Number 2. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, West Virginia. Trans-Allegheny wasn't just a hospital, it was a fortress of stone, stretching nearly a quarter-mile long. During the Civil War, troops occupied the unfinished building, leaving behind a stressful atmosphere before any patient ever arrived. Later, doctors tried new and unusual treatments.
I came to this place to see if it's actually haunted. Now I'm sure it is.
Trans-Allegheny is known for very specific spirits reported over the years. One is Lily, a playful child spirit connected to the women's ward. Visitors hear her toy ball bounce across the floor, or lights turn on as if she's trying to welcome a friend. In another wing, shadow figures stand completely still, only to glide away when approached. The violent ward has its own chilling reputation. Guides say large objects move slightly as if someone brushes past, and sudden footsteps rush toward visitors from behind.
Did you see that? Things are moving by themselves. Sarah, let's get out of here.
Even experienced staff won't stay inside that section alone. Today, different themed tours explore each wing's history, but every hallway feels like a story frozen in time. People say Trans-Allegheny doesn't just hold hauntings, it holds personalities that still want to be noticed. Number 3. Waverly Hills, Sanatorium, Kentucky. Waverly Hills became famous during one of America's deadliest health crises, tuberculosis. Doctors tried sunlight therapy, rooftop rest, and music to keep hope alive, but the reality inside was often heartbreaking. Instead of small rooms, giant open wards filled with beds lined the windows. Every day felt like a battle against nature itself. One of Waverly's most famous legends is Room 502.
There are too many. I don't know what to do.
For decades, people have reported seeing a nurse-like figure on the balcony nearby, looking distressed, then disappearing into the night. The elevator to that floor is known for going up on its own, even when locked. That room alone brings thousands of visitors each year. Another unique haunting comes from the children's area, where patients once played to lift their spirits.
I can hear giggles in this room, but there's no one here.
People still hear cheerful humming or see a ball roll across the floor, as if playtime never ended.
Connor, why did you bring me here?
I'm sorry, love. Let's get out of here.
Waverly Hills is massive, and very few places feel silent. Even on quiet tours, guests hear voices travel down hallways that stretch into darkness. Many say Waverly's walls still hold the hopes and fears of those who never got to leave. Number 4. Rolling Hills Asylum, New York. Rolling Hills wasn't an asylum at first. It was the Genesee County Poor Farm, where anyone with nowhere else to go was given food and shelter. That included veterans, farmers, elderly residents, and children. Because it was a community more than a hospital, people formed friendships that lasted their entire lives, and possibly beyond.
Hello, is anyone there? Please come out. It is not funny.
Rolling Hills is most known for its shadow figures, large and small outlines that move down the long shadow hallway. Guides say these figures respond to visitors, sometimes even following them from room to room. The building seems aware of anyone entering. One famous spirit is Roy, a gentle giant at over 7 feet tall. He enjoyed music and animals, and many believe he still looks after the place.
Oh my God, what was that? I think I heard the name. Roy.
People feel a large hand rest softly on their shoulder, or hear slow footsteps behind them, steady and calm, like Roy making sure they are safe. Those who visit today say Rolling Hills feels different from other haunted places. The energy isn't always scary. Sometimes it feels like the residents never stopped caring for the home they knew. Number 5. Pennhurst State School, Pennsylvania. Pennhurst State School opened in 1908 as a place to teach, protect, and support people with disabilities. But it quickly became overcrowded, and as time passed, the staff struggled to provide individual care. Investigations later showed entire buildings with too few caregivers, creating confusion and loneliness throughout the campus.
Oh my God, what was that?
One of the most well-known legends takes place in the Quaker building, where visitors have heard soft voices calling "hello" as footsteps shuffle across dusty floors. Toys left in old classrooms sometimes move slightly, as if someone small is still there, hoping for a friend.
I keep hearing voices around this place. Maybe I should leave.
Pennhurst also has a massive network of subterranean tunnels that once connected every major building. Today, many people feel like they are being followed while walking through them.
There are strange things happening in this place.
Guides have captured mysterious bangs and whispers that seem to come from deep within the concrete walls. Some even spot shadows in the shape of children running just ahead of them. Pennhurst now hosts historical tours to educate visitors about the lives once lived there. Number 6. Athens Lunatic Asylum, Ohio. When the Ridges opened in 1874, it was surrounded by beautiful forests, walking paths, and gardens meant to bring comfort. Art therapy, music rooms, and bright sunrooms were introduced to create peace, but over time, the patient count soared. With packed hallways and long-term stays, the hospital's once happy atmosphere became overwhelmingly emotional.
I can hear a woman crying on this floor. I am wondering if it is her.
The Ridges is home to one of the most famous paranormal hotspots in the country. An old room where a missing woman was found after many weeks. Her outline remained on the floor, a stain that has never fully disappeared.
I think today I will visit the old asylum with my class. But I'm not sure if I want to go.
People who enter that room say the temperature drops suddenly and their breathing becomes shallow, as if someone is standing right behind them. Other areas tell different stories. A cemetery on the property holds hundreds of unnamed graves, each marked only by a number. Many visitors feel a strange pull toward certain headstones.
Help us. It's so cold.
While others hear footsteps walking in the leaves just after sunset. Today, the building serves Ohio University students and museum guests, yet nighttime brings an entirely different experience. The air thickens, shadows shift, and windows seem to watch. Number 7. Taunton State Hospital, Massachusetts. Taunton State Hospital opened in 1854 as a peaceful retreat for treatment. Its grounds were calm and surrounded by nature, perfect for quiet walks and fresh air. But when the population increased, new buildings were added, including dark basement areas that felt very different from the sunny courtyards above.
Listen to me. Whatever you do, don't go down to the basement.
The basement became known as the most unsettling part of Taunton. Workers claimed that objects would shift slightly on their own, and unexpected winds would sweep through the stone hallways. Some spoke of seeing figures standing completely still at the far end of the corridor, only to disappear once someone approached. One of Taunton's most famous stories revolves around a former patient who acted strangely at night, staring toward a distant wall and whispering to someone unseen.
I keep seeing things in this place. Maybe I am going crazy.
After she left, others who stayed in the same room said they woke up to the feeling of someone sitting on the edge of their bed. Though much of Taunton has since closed and fallen into ruins, people visiting the grounds still hear tapping from inside sealed buildings. Even security guards report lights flickering in sections without power. Taunton State Hospital remains a place where shadows seem to move even when the rest of the world is still. Number 8. Topeka State Hospital, Kansas. Topeka State Hospital opened in 1872, originally created to help people living in isolated rural areas of Kansas. It quickly grew into a large institution with farms, gardens, and workshops, providing work and purpose for patients. But over time, as more residents arrived, the campus struggled to keep up with changing medical needs. The once hopeful environment became stressful and tense. There were reports from staff of rooms where the air seemed colder than anywhere else in the building. Visitors who walked the long hallways said they sometimes heard soft footsteps following closely behind, only to find no one there. The older wings, especially those with locked storage rooms, gained a reputation for strange noises and whispers. Night workers told stories of seeing figures move across the lawns outside.
I hear someone walking nearby, but I thought there was no one here.
Others heard doors opening and closing with slow, careful movements, as if someone was trying not to be noticed. It felt like the building still had residents, even after it closed in 1997. Today, parts of the property have been replaced with new structures, but people say the original land still holds its memories. Some visitors swear they feel a presence walking next to them, a reminder that the past still takes careful steps at Topeka State Hospital. Number 9. Central State Hospital, Georgia. Central State Hospital opened in 1842 and soon became one of the largest mental health facilities in the world. With over 200 buildings spread across a massive campus, patients came from every part of Georgia. At first, fresh air and gardens were believed to bring comfort. But as more people arrived, the hospital expanded into a wide, overwhelming city of treatment.
There are things living in these old tunnels. I think I'm being followed.
Deep underground, a network of tunnels connected the many buildings. Workers often used them to move quickly across the huge campus. But as years passed, those tunnels became known for chilling encounters. Footsteps that followed with perfect rhythm, whispers that echoed through empty air, and the feeling that someone was waiting around each bend. One building, known simply as the Walker Building, became the center of Central State's ghost stories. People reported seeing glowing windows at night in rooms that had been locked for decades.
I saw an eerie light coming from an empty room. That was odd.
Some visitors said they heard names being called, spoken gently by voices they did not recognize. Today, parts of the hospital are closed, but other sections remain in use. Those who visit at dusk say that even with streetlights and new pathways, the atmosphere still feels full of memories. Central State Hospital serves as a reminder that a place so large and home to so many stories never truly sleeps. Number 10. Eastern Lunatic Asylum, Virginia. Eastern Lunatic Asylum, opened in 1773, was America's very first mental hospital. At a time when medical knowledge was still new, little was understood about the conditions patients faced. The hospital began with only a handful of rooms, but soon filled with people seeking help during a period of great uncertainty.
I keep hearing noises inside empty rooms. I hope it is my imagination.
Because it is the oldest, Eastern Lunatic Asylum carries a long and emotional history. Early buildings were small, dark, and isolated from the rest of Williamsburg. Workers later said they heard scratching sounds behind walls, and saw figures appear at the ends of hallways, especially in the earliest wings, where the most unknown forms of treatment took place. During the Civil War, soldiers passed through the hospital, adding even more stress and trauma to the location. After the war, new buildings were added, but many of the original rooms remained locked and unused. Those who dared to step inside said the air felt heavy, like someone was still standing close by.
Help us. It's so cold here. We are lost.
Many spirits still linger inside this building, including Civil War soldiers. They watch us.
Today, the site has been restored as part of colonial Williamsburg. But guests exploring the historic grounds sometimes pause suddenly, claiming they feel unseen eyes watching them. Number 11. Forest Haven, Maryland. Forest Haven opened in 1925 deep in the woods of Maryland, built as a peaceful care center for people with developmental needs. A large campus was created with gardens, classrooms, and a small farm. But as decades passed, the number of residents increased while staff numbers decreased. Rooms once meant for learning became places of waiting, and the mood changed from hopeful to uneasy.
I can't believe this place is real.
It is a strange place.
Former workers said that during night shifts, it felt like the hallways stretched longer than they truly were. Doors creaked slowly, and whispers drifted in areas known to be empty. The isolation of the forest surrounding the hospital only added to the fear. Outside, the trees blocked the moonlight, and inside, shadows moved quietly along walls. When Forest Haven closed in 1991, everything was left behind. Shoes, notebooks, wheelchairs, even name tags. Urban explorers later reported seeing lights flicker in rooms with broken windows and hearing distant humming where children once played. Authorities have sealed much of the area now, but those who have visited say the stillness of the campus feels unnatural.
You shouldn't come to this place unless you want to experience something unnatural.
Number 12. Bryce Hospital, Alabama. Bryce Hospital opened in 1861 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and was considered one of the most advanced treatment centers of its time. Doctors encouraged music, exercise, and outdoor activities, a different approach from many other asylums.
I felt like someone or something was chasing me back there.
People working nearby said they heard calling voices echo across the grounds, even when the building was empty. At night, students from the nearby university reported seeing lights glowing through its broken windows before suddenly going dark again. One chilling legend from Bryce tells of staff hearing footsteps pacing the locked surgical wing long after visitors had gone home.
I came here after class, but I think I am not alone. I wonder what kind of treatments took place here.
Others described feeling a sudden rush of cold air while filing paperwork, as though someone had passed directly through the room.
Please, Susan, let's get out of here.
Much of the Jemison Center has now been demolished, but the land remains fenced off. Locals say that anyone walking too close at dusk will hear faint sounds drifting through the fields, whispers, footsteps, and soft knocking.
If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
See you in the next one.